Hello everybody and welcome back to the MXvsATV Loretta Lynn's online championship brought to you by MXO Sports. It is that time. It is time to showcase the fastest Xbox players in the game. It is going to be an absolutely insane next 2 hours. We got down in El Paso the number 11 qualifier in Heat 1. We have Steezman for 5-1. Gotta try and get him a national number if he makes it into the main motos. Blood Baron qualifying number 5, excuse me. He could be a top competitor in the main motos if he gets through the heats safely. Like we got the number 27 of... Who is the number 27? That would be Dubstep Dino. Dubstep Dino is in the mains. The number 13 of Fly Young White. He is your 13th fastest qualifier. The number 9 of Epic Fate. Number 7 of Doritos. Your fastest A-class Xbox qualifier. Fuboy666 running that number 1. With a time at Red Bud of 129.9, absolutely blowing the qualifiers out of the water. Fuboy was ripping, has been ripping, and has probably stepped it up even more over the course of the last 4 weeks. He is ready to absolutely throw down. We are about to go into Heat 1 of the A-Class and get this show on the road. So many different ways this can go, so many fast guys. Who is going to come out on top in Heat 1? Comment in the stream, you let us know who you think it's going to be. It has been an absolutely amazing day of racing, combining the C-Class and the B-Class, watching all those guys absolutely throw it down. And now it is time to showcase the fastest riders on Xbox in MXvsATV All Out. I could not be more excited. This is going to be insane, watching these guys rip around this Loretta Lynn's track. 2-minute countdown is beginning. Let's see, let's find, we got Blood Baron, the number 5. Who is that? That is D. Harris, 827, the number 29 of D. Harris. He is an alternate pulled in. We also have Super Cuba, the number 17 of Super Cuba. The number 29 of D. Harris again. Looks like that is AD3 Racing, the number 30. He is your final alternate, and he has made it into the main motos. You never know what's going to happen if people don't show up. The final alternate has been pulled in to compete in Heat 1. That's a little notice for all you PlayStation guys that, if you're an alternate and you're watching this, it doesn't matter what alternate you are, you still have a chance to get into the heats. Show up, be ready, because some people might not be able to show up and you could get in. And there is your fastest qualifier, Fuboy number 1. He has been absolutely robotic since the time this event started. He does not miss lines. He has been insane to watch. And now we are going to see what he can do in this event. The number 1 of Fuboy ripping, and he is gonna launch the Kawasaki jump, throw a trick, land it. Absolute madman on this game, Fuboy666. Try and find some other riders. Super Cuba, look out for him. He is a fast guy. Despite his qualifying being in 17th, that does not matter. He could still show a wheel in the front of the pack. Dubstep Dino, another alternate making it in. Like I said, if you're an alternate on PS4 tomorrow, show up, be ready to race, because not everybody is going to show up most likely. Never know if you're going to get a chance to get into these heats if you're an alternate, so definitely be there and be ready to race. Number 21, Crusty Demons. Rusty Demon's number 21. Look out for him. Blood Baron is your 5th fastest qualifier. Look for him to be a top contender in this heat. We are about to get it underway. Try and find Foo Boy off the start. The card is going up and the gate is about to drop. We're going to try and spectate Foo Boy off the start, your fastest qualifier in the A class, and see what goes down. Oh, and Foo Boy's going to hit the gate. Tried to jump it in. Foo Boy hits the gate. We're going to try and get in the drone camera quick. They are Foo Boy 666 in 11th. Not the start he wanted. See if he can make quick work of these guys and get up towards the front of the pack. Dubstep Dino in 7th. We take 5 riders out of the heats. The top 5 riders will go on to the main motos. Then we will move on to the LCQ. Super Cuba in 9th. Looks like Fly Young White sitting in the top 3. Solid start by Fly Young White. Looks like we might have Blood Baron in front of him, and down in El Paso is your leader for Heat 1 on the first lap. Quadding into that section. That is why I haven't seen that done all day. That is why these guys are the fastest riders on Xbox. They pull off lines that nobody else can do, and down in El Paso just showed you that. Blood Baron coming up quick. He is a helmet cam rider, super fast, railing around that outside. Grubbin and him and down in El Paso run into each other. Down in El Paso trying to find that line around the outside. Blood Baron sticking close behind. Nice battle for the lead coming through the finish after the first lap. Oh, some tough blocks, almost hit El Paso, that was close. Looks like we got El Paso in 1st. 5th is going to be Blood Baron. 13 is Fly Young White in the number 3 transfer spot. Then the number 9 of Epic Fate in 4th. And Foo Boy is already in a transfer spot after being nearly last off of the start. It looks like Blood Baron is close behind. Epic Fate in 5th. Stream experiencing some lag. See if we can take care of that for the future races. In the 5th place spot, it looks like Epic Fate. Like we are experiencing some lag in the stream. Gonna try and make our way towards the front of the pack. Looks like Foo Boy 666 has already made his way into the 3rd spot. Super smooth around that berm. We'll see what he can do. Down in El Paso and Blood Baron holding their own up front. Absolutely ripping. No doubt about it. Foo Boy trying to make a comeback though after that gnarly start. Not where he wanted, but he has them in their sights. El Paso kind of pulling away though. So he's got Blood Baron right in front of him, I believe. Try and make our way over there. We got, looks like, that Steesman in the 4th qualifying spot, transfer spot. Good for him. Nice solid ride. Super Cuba in 6th. See if he can track down 5th, but it looks like Doritos. It looks like he had a rough start. See if Doritos can come back. Oh, and Super Cuba's going to have a huge reset. Fly Young White is in 8th. Trying to track down Super Cuba and make his way towards a transfer spot in the top 5. Meanwhile, El Paso coming through the finish line in 1st with Blood Baron close behind. Not able to shake him, but Foo Boy is coming up quick. Just 3 seconds behind. We'll see if how close he can get by the end of this lap. he just might be the man to beat today. Down in El Paso, flying around. Got Blood Baron, and close behind is Food Boy. Blood Baron seeing those lines really well in the helmet cam view. This type of terrain really kind of helps him out. As the track breaks down, that helmet cam view really allows him to see all the lines. In the final transfer spot is Epic Fate trying to make a pass on Steezman. Steezman having a pretty good ride. He is your 26th qualifier, second alternate in a transfer spot, so good job to him. Epic Fate ripping around that outside, trying to find the smooth line. Steezman still holding his own. Epic Fate, nice whip, going through the Kawasaki banner. El Paso still holding down first, coming through the finish line, but Fuboy has made his way into second. We're gonna take a look over there. Fuboy is now in second place, but still about the same amount. Oh, and he crashes into the barricades. That'll allow Blood Baron to get back up to him. But Fuboy, oh, Blood is looking to make the pass. Blood is right on Fuboy, trying to make the pass. Gotta stay clean if you want to hang with this guy. But El Paso is holding his own up in front, having a great start to the day. El Paso, so much momentum going through the Ten Commandments, trying to catch El Paso. The heats for the A-Class are slightly longer, so riders are going to have a little bit more opportunity to gain positions. As opposed to C and B-Class that were 6 laps, A-Class is 8 laps, so a little bit more time. El Paso having a great ride still. Fuboy close behind, but came from far behind. Through that rough and rutted Thor sweeper, Fuboy goes. Take a look back, we got Dubstep Dino in 7th. 4th place is Steezman, still holding it down in 4th. Your second alternate Steezman, holding it down, but Epic Fate is right there. Both of them still in transfer spots, but solid ride by Steezman thus far. They're swapping back and forth, Steezman getting a little squirrely. Epic Fate looks like he's going to take over the 4th spot. See where 6th place is if he's close behind. It looks like Super Cuba is not really close enough to make a pass anytime soon. Gonna have to keep pushing if he wants to get up there. Dorito 787, it's like he's been struggling a little bit. Not sure how his start went, but they're looking to make the pass, and he does on Super Cubas. Also, Doritos has made his way into a qualifying spot. Let me check that real quick. No, Epic Fate is your final transfer spot. Excuse me. Hitman, gotta get off to the side a little bit. Not sure if that was the same on his screen as it was on the stream, but might have been moving out there a little bit on accident, so make sure stay off the track a little bit. Epic Fate in 4th. Steezman still holding down the 5th spot. Looks like that is Krusty Demons in 10th. Ripping around in 10th spot. 8th place right now is D. Harris. Just a few spots outside of a transfer spot. D. Harris still having a pretty solid ride. Meanwhile, Fuboy still in 2nd place. El Paso is not letting up. We could see El Paso challenge for a top 3 spot and maybe a moto win if he can keep it up throughout the day. Fuboy ripping on it outside. So smooth though. Rarely makes a mistake. Definitely put in the work for this event. Just 1.7 seconds behind El Paso. Fuboy is coming up quick, and El Paso knows it. Blood Baron fall off the pace a little bit, still holding down a solid 3rd spot, 9 seconds behind. That is a transfer spot, so Blood Baron is still looking good. But we have a battle on our hands between Fuboy, who gets reset real quick, doesn't lose too much time. But the battle is imminent for Fuboy and El Paso for the Heat 1 win. Fuboy's going to take the inside. Pretty smooth. Oh, Fuboy bouncing off the track a little bit. Gets a little squirrely. Haven't seen that tree jump claim anybody yet, but sure it will by the end of the A class. It's gotten plenty of people thus far, so riders definitely got to look out for that, and they know it. Fuboy coming up quick on El Paso. We'll see if El Paso can hold him off. Looks like Fuboy makes a slight mistake. Fuboy staying close to the inside, bounces out a little bit and grab a rut and just rip it. That's what you got to do. Fuboy makes another mistake, has to reset, and that allows El Paso to make the gap a little bit further. El Paso not letting up. Solid ride by El Paso. We're going to take a look back, see if there's a battle for the top 5 or the final transfer spot. Steesman holding it down still in the 5th and final transfer spot. Don't believe anybody is too close to him. 6th place is Super Cuba, who looks to be still too far off of that final transfer spot to make anything happen yet. Fly Young White in 9th. Coming up on Kawasaki rider. El Paso holding down the first position. Nothing but smooth lines by El Paso this heat race. He is going to be a force to be reckoned with in the main event, main motos, if he keeps this up all day. Coming into this race, it is kind of expected that Fuboy, your top 3, Fuboy, Catigre, and Stick, will be the top 3 all motos. But the way that I see Blood Baron and El Paso riding, they could very well make a jump into that top 3 scene. Do not count them out. This could go to anybody. Another one that you got to keep watch of is Sarah Ravencroft. He is your 4th fastest qualifier. He'll be in the 2nd heat. Definitely watch out for him in the main motos. This A class is absolutely stacked. Any way you see it, these guys are so fast. In the 4th place spot is Epic Fate, looking solid in a transfer spot. Epic Fate is ripping in 4th place. And I believe El Paso has came through the finish in 1st. Gonna get back up there, see what's going on. Looks like Fuboy has taken 2nd. Blood Baron will come in through to the finish in 3rd. Epic Fate 4th, and I believe Steesman will take that final transfer spot if all goes well. Dubstep Dino in 7th. 5th place is Steesman. Steesman holding it down, ripping that final corner, and gonna make it to the finish before the timer runs out. Great ride by Steesman and taking that final spot, and he throws a trick for everybody. He's pumped for sure. We're gonna take a quick little break, and we're gonna get back to you with Heat 2. Welcome back, everybody, to Heat 2 of the MXvsATV Loretta Lynn's Online Championship. We are less than a minute away, 2 minutes away, actually, from getting Heat 2 underway. This Heat may contain more heavy hitters in it than Heat 1, consisting of your 2nd fastest qualifier, Catigre, your 3rd fastest A-class qualifier, X Stick, Ravencroft, which is also your 4th fastest qualifier. Along with others, we also have MX Squid, Hunter 79, SB Weaver, and more. In just a short few moments, we're going to get it underway. Another absolutely speed-filled heat is ahead of us. It is going to be insane to watch also. Looks like we got YQDG, who is not someone we've really ever seen before, but he has come out in the qualifiers, ran the 8th fastest lap time, and is looking to make a pretty big statement against all these top guys on Xbox. We got Rockstar, who is your 24th fastest qualifier. We got Katigre, your 2nd fastest qualifier, and a force to be reckoned with in the main motos, if he can make it through the heats clean. Looks like that is Motocross, your 20th fastest qualifier. Look out for him in this heat class. SB Weaver, another one. Definitely stepped it up over the course of the last 4 weeks. Look out for him in this heat. Could be pushing top 5 spot for sure. Got CM3333. He makes it into the main motos. We're gonna have to put a national number on his back. Make sure that gets put on. Look out for CM333, another fast guy coming for that top 5 spot. MX Squid, I believe, showed up to the 3rd qualifier, and he managed to pull off a 10th fastest time. Definitely look out for Squid as he comes into this heat looking to solidify a top 5 spot into the main motos. This heat is absolutely stacked, more so maybe than the first one. So many heavy hitters. Another one, Hunter 79, another newer guy that came up through the ranks per se. 16th fastest, but started in the B class and now making waves in the A class against all the top guys. Looking good. YQDG, Sarah Ravencroft, your 4th fastest qualifier. Look out for him to be pushing for a moto win in the main motos if he can get through heats cleanly. Another fact about Ravencroft is he has 2 brothers, Omar Johnson and KD Man, who are both racing in the PlayStation Loretta Lynn's online championship tomorrow. So tune in to watch his brothers also compete for a top spot in the A class. But for now, we're going to focus on Ravencroft. Definitely look out for him. He is going to be a top rider in this A class. Looking good. We'll see how he does. X-Stick. Making a comeback is X-Stick, your 3rd fastest qualifier. Definitely a force to be reckoned with. We'll see how he does in this heat and hopefully push for a couple moto wins in the main motos. We're going to try and spectate a top guy off the start. We'll see what we can do. Looks like we got Katigre off the start. .30 board is up and the gate is about to go down. We are spectating Katigre, and he is going to get a not so good start. Looks like he's going to get kind of swallowed up in the pack off the start. I'm going to try and get into drum cam for these guys real quick. Oh, dipped it. Use that. Katigre not off to a great start, not where he wants to be. He's sitting 9th right now. Went off the track a little bit, struggling. Katigre is your 2nd fastest qualifier. Making his way pretty quick up into the top 5, looks like it. MX Squid just in front of him. We are going to go towards the front of the pack. It looks like we got Hunter 79. Oh, and Hunter hits the tree, goes down. Big mistake by Hunter. He was sitting in 1st, and now he is nearly outside of a transfer spot. It's like we got X-Stick making the comeback and now winning Heat 2 of the Loretta Lynn's Online Championship Heat 2. Katigre hot on Stick's trail. It is arguable that Stick, Fuboy, Katigre, and Ravencroft are all going to be bumping around for moto wins throughout the next 2 hours. X-Stick has consistency on his side along with blazing speed. We'll see what he can do, not only in this heat. Oh, but it looks like the number 2 of Katigre absolutely ripped that inside and tried to take his spot, but it was not going to work. We got Stick coming through the finish line in 1st, followed by Katigre in 2nd, Ravencroft in 4th. Number 10 of MX Squid in 4th. Great ride thus far by MX Squid. Number 16 of Hunter 79 holding it down. Katigre goes around X-Stick. Tigre takes over the lead. It looks like Ravencroft is now past Stick also. Stick struggling a little bit with that inside bump. He now falls back to third, still in transfer spot, but we're going to make our way up to the 1 and 2 spot. Looks like Ravencroft tried to go inside, got hung up on a SpongeBob, a yellow barrier. Tigre is running pretty solid up front so far. Stick trying to come back and make a pass on Ravencroft for that number 2 spot. Stick looking fast, still stays low on that tree jump. Right up on Ravencroft, trying to make a pass, and Stick is gonna get the pass on Ravencroft. Pretty nice move by Stick. Jumping, quadding into that section. Stick has got his eyes set on Tigre. Ravencroft right behind him, and Hunter79 is coming up quick on Ravencroft, trying to make a pass for the top 3 spot. Tigre making mistakes. Ravencroft gets around him and Stick moves back into the lead. Ravencroft still in third. Hunter79 quadding into the sand sweeper and making the pass around the outside around Ravencroft. Hunter79, a guy that has not really been seen before around these top guys before this event, making a big statement in the heat thus far. SB Weaver back in 9th, battling out with Rockstar. Back to Ravencroft and Hunter, a little battle going on. We're going to try and get some of these other guys in the mix. Not sure who that is. I think that's Rockstar. That's correct, in the 9th, taking over the 9th spot. Tigre in the 2nd spot, trying to track down X-Stick, but Stick is looking pretty smooth in these opening laps. Hello everybody, we are back. Sorry for that. We have X-Stick out front, Ravencroft close behind. Let's see who else we got. Looks like YQDG trying to push forward to make his way into a transfer spot, sitting in 6th just outside of the top 5. In the number 5 spot, MX Squid holding it down. Solid ride so far by Squid. trying to make his way straight into the main motos. Doesn't want to mess around with that. So far, so good. Ravencroft in second was pretty close to Stick, but has fallen back just slightly, but it looks like he made a pretty good move over that section and is getting closer to Stick. Stick having a pretty solid, consistent ride in the number 1 spot with Ravencroft close behind. Like I said, you gotta watch out for Ravencroft in these main motos. He is going to be a force to be reckoned with. He could be pushing for a moto win if all goes well. Trying to find the number 3. Katigre has come back and made the pass on Hunter. He is now sitting in the 3rd transfer spot. Hunter close behind. Hunter 79 railing around that inside, trying to come back on Katigre, but they are both in the transfer spot, so no worries there. I'm going to try and find who's in the 5th spot real quick. 6th is that Brotocross? I believe the number 6 is Brotocross right now. And it looks like Ravencroft has got her on Stick. We got a battle on our hands. Let's stay here real quick. Stick going around the outside, trying to make another pass on Ravencroft, struggling a little bit in that turn. Ravencroft hitting that line pretty consistent. Stick looking good, going nearly side by side into the Thor sweeper. And Stick is going to fly off the track, reset real quick, and still maintain close proximity to Ravencroft. Nice battle going on between these two riders, and Stick is going to get reset. Little struggle there. Track is starting to get beat up and riders are making mistakes. In the 4th spot is Hunter 79, still close to Katigre. And it looks like they got Stick in their sights. This is an 8-lap qualifier, or 8-lap heat, excuse me. Coming up close. Hunter 79 in 4th. Katigre in 3rd with X Stick in his sights. Tigre getting a little squirrely going off the side of the track. Tigre coming up quick on X-Stick, making a little mistake, bouncing from the inside to the outside. See if Tigre can manage to catch Stick in these last few laps. Ravencroft holding his own up front, looking pretty good. Kind of forming a pretty nice gap between him and the rest of the field. Super consistent, nice and smooth. Ravencroft has definitely stepped it up during this tournament. SP Weaver sitting in 9th. MX Squid still holding down the 5th and final transfer spot. Solid ride by MX Squid. YQDG has fallen from 6th to 7th. Let's see who is up here. It looks like Stick has come back up on Ravencroft. Ravencroft to the finish makes a mistake, and Stick is going to gain more time on him. Stick also makes a mistake, though. Tigre hanging in close there. Hunter 79 sitting in the 4th spot. Solid ride by Hunter. Tigre makes a pretty costly mistake, losing more time to Stick. These guys are all very close. Trying to make our way back towards the front. Looks like Ravencroft's still in 1st, but Stick is close behind, trying to rail that berm and gain some momentum through the 10 Commandments. Ravencroft not looking back though. Still holding his own. See here, let's go find some battles maybe. SP Weaver in 9th, we got Wid holding down 5th. Let's try and find 6th place and see what's going on there. DM333 in 11th. Second is Stick. And the number 6 looks like Motocross. Motocross is still holding down the number 6 spot. Trying to find ways to catch up to MX Squid, but it may be too late by the time this race is over. Squid is not in his sights. What I think happened, Ravencroft is going to come with the Heat 2 win. Ravencroft followed by X Stick, then Katigre, Hunter 79, and then MX Squid should be taking the 5th and final transfer spot. So moving on, straight from the heat is going to be Sarah Ravencroft in first, followed by Stick in second. Katigre is going to take the 3rd transfer spot, followed by Hunter 79 and MX Squid. 6th place on is going to have to try their hand in the LCQ. We're going to take another intermission real quick, and we will be back for the LCQ. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the MXvsATV Loretta Lynn's online championship brought to you by MXO Sports. Heats 1 and 2 have concluded. We saw some great battling, some top guys make it in, some top guys that didn't make it and have to go to the LCQ, and some, even an alternate, Steesman, making his way into that top 5. Great ride by him. However, in this race, we got some guys that we didn't really expect to have any issues. Look out for Dorito787 to make his way into a top 2 position to qualify into the main events. Fly Young White, look out for him also. There's also going to be a couple other guys that you're gonna want to keep watch for. Motocross is someone to look out for. He got 6th in his heat. Look for him to make a push for a transfer spot in this LCQ. YQDG is another top guy that we expected to have a lot of success going into this event. Look out for him to battle it out. This LCQ is going to be wild. The A class is stacked, whether it's the heats or the LCQ. Tons of fast guys. Super Cuba is another guy that you're going to want to keep watch for. Get in a transfer spot for this LCQ. Comment in the stream comments who you think the top 2 are going to come out to be. Who do you guys got? What's it going to be? Let us know. We are just a minute and 20 seconds away in this countdown from getting this LCQ underway and finding out who the final 2 spots will go to for this Xbox A-Class Moto series of main events in Loretta Lynn's online championship. Could go anyway. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Let's find out in just under a minute. Time is ticking down. We got Dubstep Dino and Epic Fate says Dubstep Dino and Super Cuba to the main motos. CRF 250R Single Piper says YQDG. Let's see who's gonna take it. Fly Young White, 13 fastest. Number 7 Doritos would be somewhat of an upset if he did not go into the main motos. He is your 7th fastest qualifier. Seconds until the gate drop gets Doritos trying to learn all parts of the track by going backwards. Wanna be fast, you gotta be fast forwards and backwards. We're gonna try and get over to, say, Doritos 787. We'll see what we can do. It looks like I landed on Super Cuba, maybe, or Dubstep Dino. It gonna be top 2? Who's it gonna be? We got Motocross. Oh, Motocross hits the starting gate. Not what he wanted. And Doritos absolutely launches the start, pulling the whole lead. See if he can hold on to it. Doritos with a great start. Doritos ripping off the start. You definitely needed that. No look back, YQDG in 6th. Bouncing around everybody else. SB Weaver in the number 4. See if he can push up to a top 2 spot. That would be Stank Dog. Looks like he was your first alternate, sitting back in 10th in this LCQ. Go into drone cam for everybody. Drone cam makes viewing this absolutely sick. We got Dubstep Dino. Oh, and he hits the back. That's not supposed to happen. Gonna try and make our way back to the front. See the top 2 guys. Looks like we got a huge battle up here. Motocross in there. A couple other guys. Can't see the names, but it is heating up for sure. Doritos in the number 1 spot, coming through the finish line on lap 1. trying to get out to a big lead early in the race, and it is happening. 5 seconds on the number 18 of SB Weaver. SB Weaver in that final transfer spot on the start of lap 2. Let's see if he can hold it down. Burrito's pulling away. We got a lap battle between SB Weaver and Super Cuba. YQDG close behind. SB Weaver in third, getting passed by YQDG going into the 10 Commandments. YQDG in fourth, trying to make a push towards that second transfer spot. Rockstar up there in the fourth spot. Solid ride in LCQ so far. And it looks like whoever's in second, just hit the yellow barrier. Doritos, meanwhile, absolutely pulling away. This LCQ is his. He is here for it. He does not want to be out of this. Doritos is absolutely flying right now. Trying to get into second spot. Looks like AD3 Racing is sitting in 11th. Who else we got? Trying to get up to the battles in second and third. Dubstep Dino back in 8th right now. And in the second spot is Super Cuba. Super Cuba is holding down the final transfer spot in this LCQ. And YQDG is gonna make the pass going into the finish line. Big battle going on between those two riders right now. One is going to be out of it, and the other will be in. Looks like right now Super Cuba has made it stick, trying to gain a little bit more of a gap on YQDG in this third lap. Super Cuba ripping right now in second place. Having the race that he needed and wanted. Doritos, meanwhile, pretty big gap between him and Super Cuba, probably about 4 or 5 seconds. Looking pretty good. See who's in third real quick. Beaver in sixth. He was up in the second place position, but has fallen back. YQDG in third, falling back off the pace from Super Cuba just a bit, but it looks like Motocross is coming up on the inside trying to make the pass. And Motocross gets caught in a rut by Rockstar. Rockstar in fourth, get up to YQDG. If any of these riders in the laps can make a push to get up into that final transfer. Those is Cuba is get off the track, hits the barrier. Back to the motocross. In the fifth spot, followed by SP. Up to Rockstar in fourth. Dubstep. No, it's Krusty Demons in 10th. Is Fly Young White. Not the race that Fly Young White wanted to have. Dubstep Dino sitting in 6th. Super Cuba still holding down second and makes a mistake, hits the tree. That is going to allow the riders behind him to make up valuable time. But he can get close. Super Cuba just lost a bunch of time. Big mistake. Line number 3. Oh, another rider. Victim to the tree. YQDG 4th. Looks like the mistake by Super Cuba hitting that tree could be enough. YQD, and I believe that's Motocross to make up much time, get closer to them. He's struggling a little bit in the roughness. Mild Doritos, 7th fastest qualifier from the 3 weeks prior, is absolutely ripping. Got a battle in the back, racing, having some fun. Motocross in third. Motocross is coming up on Super Cuba. Any mistake by Super Cuba will allow Motocross to capitalize on that for sure. He is getting very close. This is for the final transfer spot to get into the 3 main motos of the A-Class Championship. Motocross, oh, and Super Cuba goes down! Super Cuba is down and Motocross is right on him. Motocross can make this move and get into the final transfer spot of the A-Class LCQ. Oh, and Super Cuba is down again. Motocross takes up the spot, and YQDG comes up the right side. Who is going to take this final transfer spot? Motocross is ripping right now. YQDG close behind. Super Cuba, absolutely costly mistakes, putting him behind in the 4th spot. Motocross has got his work cut out for him, trying to make the 2nd place pass stick. YQDG is hot on his trail, and Motocross is going to hit the tree also. YQDG now sits in the final transfer spot. Motocross close behind along with Super Cuba. Super Cuba is not happy. Motocross right behind YQDG, seeing what he can do. Bouncing around, Super Cuba right behind. Doritos far ahead. Gonna take this LCQ win, and there is a battle for 2nd place. It looks like YQDG is too far ahead for anybody to make a move unless he crashes. Motocross gets passed by Super Cuba. Super Cuba has to make a move on YQDG in this final corner if he wants to transfer. And it is going to be Super Cuba and YQDG moving on to the transfer spot. YQDG, and it is going to be Super Cuba that takes the final transfer spot. After all that last lap carnage, Super Cuba comes back, passes YQDG in the last stretch to take the final transfer spot into the 3 main motos. We're going to take a quick intermission, and we will be back for Moto 1 of the A-Class Loretta Lynn's Online Championship. Hello everybody and welcome back to the MX vs ATV Loretta Lynn's online championship. We are starting in 20 seconds. We are getting Moto 1 of the Xbox A class going in mere seconds. The fastest guys combined in one lobby competing for prizes, bragging rights, glory, you name it. We have them in this lobby and they are ready to absolutely throw down. Boy, Tigray, Stick, Ravencroft, Blood Baron, El Paso, all going to be there to throw down for a top 5 spot and maybe even a moto win. We're going to check Tigray next to Blood Baron off the start and see how that goes for him. This is it. This whole day, this whole event for these guys has led up to right now, and we are spectating Tigray off the start. We're going to see how he does, and great start by Tigray, great jump. He's going to cut across with MX Squid to his right. Tigray is going to jump out to an early lead, it looks like. Who is that out front? Looks like Epic Fate. Epic Fate grabbing the whole shot and the #1 spot. Great start by Epic Fate. Looks like Squid in second. This is a 15-lap moto. El Paso back in 10th. Your Heat 1 winner in 10th right now. Epic Fate holding it down at first, but Hunter 79 crashes. Ravencroft, Heat 2 winner, back in 8th, struggling off the start. Blood Baron, another solid rider in the back of the pack. And X-Stick coming into that frame, struggling as well. Doritos, your LCQ winner in a 4th place spot. This is a 15-lap moto. All motos are going to be 15 laps. These guys have plenty of time to make up ground, but they have to do it quick if they want to stay close to the top riders. Super Cuba, 2nd place in the LCQ, just merely making it in. Now sitting in a 3rd place spot on the first lap. X-Stick, top rider, back in 11th, finding himself struggling with these riders in the early laps. Not what he wants. Meanwhile, Tigray off to an early lead, railing around these first couple laps in 1st place. Tigray, #2, is ripping. Like MX Squid back in 5th. El Paso has came from 11th to a 4th place spot on the 2nd lap, looking solid. Meanwhile, Epic Fate, who got your whole shot, is now sitting in 2nd place. Ripping is Epic Fate. Down in El Paso, still hanging out in 4th place, looking to make some passes into a podium spot on the 2nd lap. Meanwhile, Tigray is flying, but the question now is, where is Fuboy 666? Where is your fastest qualifier in this event? X-Stick struggling in the back of the pack, nearly last place. Not what he wants. He needs to put his head down, find his consistency, and get back up to the front. Struggling is X-Stick is right now very badly. Ravencroft struggling as well. Is that Sarah Ravencroft? Ravencroft is in 11th. Ravencroft was a Heat winner, followed by Stick, and they are in the back of the pack. This A-class is absolutely stacked. Where is Fuboy is the question. Looks like coming through the finish, he is in 3rd. Tigray, Epic Fate, Fuboy, the #11 of Down in El Paso in 4th, followed by the 17 of Super Cuba in 5th. Blood Baron in 6th, followed by the 16 of Hunter 79. Super Cuba having a solid ride. He is your just made it into the main motos through the LCQ. He is sitting in a solid spot in 4th. It does not matter what your qualifying lap time is. This race could go anyway. X-Stick still struggling, trying to find some ground, trying to find his consistency and speed to make his way past MX Squid. First few laps were a struggle, and now Stick is coming through the pack in 11th. Eyes set on the guys ahead of him. He is close to many people. Got to stay consistent. That is the name of the game for him right now. If he can stay consistent throughout this entire race, starting now, he will be able to make it back into at least a top 5 finish, I believe. Got plenty of guys ahead of him that he can make a pass on. He's fast enough, consistent enough. We'll see if he can do it. Moving forward, Tigray still holding down the 1st place position. flying in first place. Not sure if anybody's close behind him. We're going to try and find second and third. Down in El Paso in fifth. Looks like Super Cuba made a pass on El Paso. But Epic Fate is in second, holding that down very nicely. Cruising in the second place spot. So it's Tigre coming through the finish. Then Epic Fate, followed by Fuboy. Fuboy slightly falling off the pace a little bit, losing about another second and a half or so that lap. In the third place spot. Sarah Ravencroft, Heat 2 winner. Struggling in the back of the pack as well in the 8th place spot. Blood Baron, 5th fastest qualifier, 3rd in his heat, now sitting in 6th place. We'll see if he can move towards the front of the pack. Helmet Cam Rider, these ruts work in his favor, especially throughout the duration of the race as it gets later in the moto. He has Super Cuba ahead of him, looking to try and make a pass, coming through the 10 Commandments, right behind him. Blood Baron in 6th. See if he can make his way into the top 5 or even further as this race progresses. Fuboy has made his way into 2nd place and has crashed. Epic Fate hits him. Trying to find. Got Hunter 79 in 7th. To the left of him looks like Blood Baron, the number 5 of Blood Baron and Super Cuba. Big battle going on for a top 5 spot right now. Kind of sit back here and watch this and see how it plays out over the next lap or so. Hunter 79 and Super Cuba launching into the sand sweeper, and Hunter is going to go inside. Catching El Paso just slightly. Maybe make a pass for that 4th place spot. Hunter 79 coming up quick. Meanwhile, it looks like Tigre is pulling away. 8-second lead over Fuboy. Tigre is absolutely flying. X-Stick still struggling. This is very uncharacteristic of Stick. 11th place. Not doing well. Continuing to make mistakes, still struggling in this rough and rutted track. Tigre running up front, still holding solid, looking very smooth, very fast. Coming into the Thor Sweeper, scrubbing pretty nice. Rough and rutted Thor Sweeper, these guys have their work cut out for them. By the time the race gets 10 plus laps in, this track is gonna be destroyed. Tigre launching in, and he crashes going into that sweeping sand corner. Try and move back a little bit. MX Squid in 12th. El Paso holding down the 2nd spot. He's made his way up pretty well. El Paso is ripping. The 11th fastest qualifier, holding down the 2nd place position nice and easy. El Paso is definitely a force to be reckoned with after watching him in that Heat 1. He was absolutely flying. Now he's finding himself in a 2nd place spot in Moto 1, looking super solid. Consistency is key in this track. These guys are so fast, but it is so easy to override this track. Gotta find your consistency, utilize it with your speed, and make it click. In the 3rd spot, Epic Fate. Staying strong, staying consistent. Solid ride by the 9th qualifier, Epic Fate. Ravencroft slowly making his way towards the front of the pack. He is in 7th, trying to make a pass on Super Cuba, and just in front of him is Blood Baron. We'll see if Ravencroft can make any more passes, and he gets some momentum going through the 10 Commandments. Looks like he's going to make the pass stick on Super Cuba. Ravencroft moving forward pretty quickly. He's still got plenty of time left in this race to make some moves. Ravencroft has his eyes set on the 3 guys in front of him, including Blood Baron, Epic Fate, and El Paso. It looks like Hunter 79 is jumping into the frames, trying to make a pass back on Ravencroft, but Ravencroft is quick and he is not going to make it easy. Ravencroft inching closer and closer, and it looks like Epic Fate is starting to fall back. After holding very consistent the first couple laps, Epic Fate seems to be struggling slightly as the track is getting a little bit more rough. Blood Baron going around the outside in that 4th place spot, looking to make a pass on Fuboy. Fuboy looks like he's struggling just a little bit, and Blood Baron is staying close. ready to capitalize on a mistake that Fuboy makes. Solid ride so far by the number 5 of Blood Baron. Fuboy, your fastest qualifier, now sitting in 3rd. Might be struggling a little bit with the way this race is going. Obviously still racing very fast, very consistent looking, but Tigre and El Paso have just stepped it up, and they came to show up and race today. El Paso, however, makes a slight mistake going into the 10 Commandments and allows Fuboy to catch him up to him. See if El Paso can hold him off, or if Fuboy can make a pass on El Paso. Tigre, however, is absolutely checked out. Down in El Paso. Second place spot, MX Squid 12th. Tigre ripping in the first place position. Definitely was one of the top guys to watch coming into this event. Now he is leading Moto 1 and looking to solidify the victory in this first race. Stick looks like he's slowly making his way up, trying to find that consistency as the race breaks down that he's so well known for. Super Cuba in his sights along with Epic Fate, trying to make quick work of these guys. Stick is starting to look smooth again. Gotta make these passes quick. Gotta salvage some positions if you want a chance to get into that top 3. So easy to override, and Stick did not get the start he wanted. But it looks like he has the opportunity to pass 3 guys and make his way into the 6th place spot. As long as he can stay consistent and out of harm's way, he will get up there. He is looking good. About to go around Super Cuba. Cuba has a little mistake, but makes it work. Focus on this battle a little bit. We're going to go into drum cam. I apologize for not doing that sooner. Try and get some more of this battle in the frame. X Stick in the 9th place spot. Trying to make pass on Super Cuba, and Super Cuba is going to fall back. Stick now moves into the 8th place spot. Your 3rd fastest qualifier, having some early troubles, but trying to push forward and make some passes. Super Cuba not going to make it easy. Looks like he's trying to come back, but Stick is fast, and Super Cuba is coming up quick. Got to make these passes quick and leave him in the dust if he wants to keep moving forward. Super Cuba has not made it easy so far. It's like Super Cuba's got him back. Side by side, going through the Thor Sweeper, and Stick will come out first. Trying to make a pass on Epic Fate in the coming corners. Stick hits that line pretty nice. That is a smooth line that Stick takes. However, he got caught up with Epic Fate and is struggling a little bit more. Gotta stay consistent, hit that inside line. Not looking bad. We're gonna make our way back towards the front. Tigre with an 8-second lead in Moto 1, absolutely flying. Got the start he wanted, found the consistency that he needed, and he is flying. Just behind him is going to be El Paso and Fuboy. Fuboy is trying to make a pass on El Paso, but El Paso is not going to make it easy. Fuboy, however, does make it happen. El Paso is going to fall off just about a second or so, maybe slightly less. Paso looking good in the 3rd spot, still holding a solid, consistent race. Moving back to 7th, we got Epic Fate in 7th. Followed, got Ravencroft. Ravencroft has came from the back of the pack and found his way up in the 5th. Flies off the track, and Hunter is going to pass him back. Hunter 79 moves into the 5th spot, and Ravencroft is now 6th. 4th, Blood Baron having a very solid ride, staying consistent. That helmet cam view definitely works for him in these rough and rugged tracks. We'll see if Blood Baron can make any moves to get further up, back closer to Fuboy and El Paso, and possibly make a pass for a podium position. Meanwhile, Hunter 79 right behind him, trying to get Blood Baron back. Tigre through the finish line, followed by Fuboy in 2nd, El Paso in 3rd, but Hunter 79 is going to go inside past Blood Baron. Blood Baron is going to hit the yellow barrier, and that is going to cost him a position or 2, and Ravencroft goes right by him. Blood Baron goes from 4th to 6th. Gotta stay consistent and get back there. Gotta avoid the carnage. Regroup and get back to it. Meanwhile, Fuboy still ahead of El Paso. El Paso close behind, absolutely ripping with some of the top guys. Despite the 11th fastest qualifying time, he is making it noticeable that he is here to rip. Challenge for a podium spot, and El Paso gets an amazing run through the 10 Commandments, passing Fuboy back. Blood Baron in 6th still. 4th is going to be Sarah Ravencroft, followed by Hunter 79. Epic Fate in 9th. 2nd, El Paso. Fuboy looks like Fuboy got El Paso back. Paso and Fuboy having a spectacular battle, but El Paso is going to hit the barrier and lose more time to Fuboy. Go back and try and find some more guys. MX Squid holding it down in 12th. Tigre still ripping in 1st place. No mistakes here. Looking good out front. Meanwhile, X-Stick has made his way into 7th. Still needs to try and salvage more positions if he wants a chance at a top 5 or podium position. He has guys right in front of him. If he can stay consistent, it may work in his favor. This field is stacked, and it is not going to be an easy task for him to make it forward any further. Like Super Cuba back in 8th. Hunter 79 in 4th. Solid ride by Hunter 79. Tenth place looks like Steesman. He made it into the main motos. 5th in his heat, holding down 10th place spot. 2nd place is Fuboy, and it looks like Fuboy is getting closer to Katigre. Katigre is starting to make mistakes. Either that or Fuboy is just absolutely flying now. Katigre coming for that top spot. He is your fastest qualifier from the previous 3 weeks, and he wants that Moto 1 win. Can Katigre hold him off? Fuboy scrubbing over that tabletop into the Thor sweeper, trying to gain as much momentum as he can through this rough and rutted section. Tigre struggling. We'll see if Fuboy can get him in the coming laps. And Fuboy has closed the lead to most likely a mere 2nd or 2 gap. This race is about to get very interesting between two top qualifiers in this event for the Xbox A class. Fuboy has him in his sights. He smells the blood. He is going for him. Fuboy is going to make a little bit of mistake, possibly get reset, but nope. Just barely makes it by. Fuboy is doubling into the corners. These braking bumps are so big. See if Katigre can hold Fuboy off. Katigre flies off the track. This battle for the lead is about to get intense. Fuboy goes inside. Katigre outside. Who's going to have the momentum? Katigre. Fuboy makes it stick from the inside. Fuboy is on rails. Fuboy has found his consistency. He has found the will to keep it. Oh, and Katigre absolutely launches the tree jump and takes the lead back. What a heated battle between the 2 fastest qualifiers coming into the event. Fuboy switches up the lines, tries to go inside. Does not work. Rubbing into the Thor sweeper. Both these guys trying to find the quick way around. Gotta find those smooth lines some way. Fuboy inside, Katigre outside. Who is going to get the Moto 1 win in this heated battle between the 2 Kawasaki riders? Katigre has opened up a little bit of a gap since the beginning of the last lap. We are Fuboy only 0.73 seconds behind the leader. Followed behind him is the number 16 of Hunter 79 in the podium position. El Paso in 4th. The number 4 of Sarah Ravencroft rounding out your top 5. Blood Baron pretty close behind him, still able to make a move for the top 5 position if he stays consistent. Katigre did not make it easy on Fuboy. We are getting a battle that we really did want to see. Fuboy and Katigre, 2 of the fastest guys on Xbox, absolutely railing, Fuboy trying to make it pass. Katigre makes a mistake, and Fuboy's going to come up on the inside. Katigre is going to sweep outside and try and launch the tree jump again, but it's not going to work this time. Katigre gets close back up to him, but Fuboy is now in the lead. We'll see if Fuboy can make the pass stick and continue to gap Katigre, but I don't think it is going to be that easy. Oh, and Katigre wipes out. Fuboy is now your leader and has a gap of probably at least 3 seconds now after that crash by Katigre. Fuboy out front, we're going to take a little... Oh, when Fuboy goes down, that's going to allow Katigre to catch back up. Where is Katigre? We're going to try and take a look back, find some of these guys, like Sarah Ravencroft in the number 5 spot. And down in El Paso goes down. That allows Ravencroft to get around him. Down El Paso now falls back to the 5th position. MX Squid in 12th. Tigre right back up on Fuboy, but makes a costly mistake bouncing through all the ruts. Tigre coming in hot. This berm that they just hit absolutely grabs you, and it shows because Katigre just absolutely slingshotted past Fuboy. Tigre takes over the lead once again. Fuboy close behind. Fuboy's going to try and jump past him. Fuboy inside, Katigre outside. Who's going to have the momentum? Fuboy tries to take his line, and Katigre smash. Oh, lag. Tigre still holding down the first spot. Over into the Thor sweeper. Back a little bit. Try and find some more battles. El Paso and Ravencroft battling for 4th. Just in front of them, Hunter 79. Tigre still in 1st. Made the pass on Fuboy again. Making it stick. Running pretty solid. We'll see if he can hold it until the end. X stick back in 8th. Still struggling. One of the top riders in the game, not having the race that he wants. Still has 2 guys that are visible in front of him. We'll see if he can make it back towards them. This track is absolutely destroyed, and it looks like Stick is going to try and make the pass on Supercuba, which he does. Supercuba finds the momentum and gets him back. Moving forward. In the 3rd place spot, Hunter 79 having a great race. Qualified, 179, he qualified 16th fastest time, and he is running 3rd. Ritos, your LCQ winner, sitting in 11th. Fuboy, still in the 2nd place spot, trying to catch up to Katigre and get that Moto 1 win. Blood Baron in 6th, trying to find, I believe that is El Paso in the 5th place spot. Blood Baron coming up pretty quick on him. Oh, that is Ravencroft just in front of Blood Baron, so that means El Paso is right in front of Ravencroft in the 4th place spot. Ravencroft coming from the back, sitting in 5th. We'll see if he can make his way up any further. Got El Paso right in front of him, but he flies off the track, and that's going to cost him a little bit more time. And it looks like the race is over, and the winner is going to be Katigre, taking Moto 1 of the A-Class Xbox Championship. Katigre is your Moto 1 winner, followed by Fuboy. Looks like El Paso, I believe Hunter came through in 3rd, El Paso 4th. We'll have to see the rest as they come through on the leaderboard. It looks like Katigre is going to take your Moto 1 win by 2 seconds over Fuboy, followed by Hunter 79 in 3rd. El Paso is going to take the 4th place spot. Rounding out your top 5 is going to be Ravencroft, followed by Blood Baron. Stick in 7th. Supercuba 8th. Epic Fate 9th, going backwards, not what he wanted to see as the race progressed. Doritos 10th. Looks like Steezman 11th. MX Squid 12th. That is that. We're going to take a quick intermission. We will be right back for Moto 2. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. We are a minute and 40 seconds away from Moto 2 of the Xbox Loretta Lynn's Online Championship A-Class. Tigre taking a well-deserved Moto 1 win, followed by Fuboy. The battles were intense between the two, but it was Tigre that came out on top in Moto 1. We'll see if Fuboy can bounce back and take Moto 2, or maybe another guy. Maybe Ravencroft will come back, win the next Moto. Maybe Stick will regroup, come back, and win the next Moto. El Paso is another person to watch for a Moto win. We will see what happens when the gate drops in just over a minute to go. Moto 1 went Tigre, followed by Fuboy. Hunter 79 in third. Fourth place, I believe, was down in El Paso, followed by Ravencroft. That was your top five, if I'm correct. Got Tigre getting some quick practice in the 2-minute countdown. El Paso getting some quick practice in. Hunter, MX Squid, Epic Fate. Fuboy trying to get them corners dialed for this Moto 2. This track is absolutely gnarly for these guys. They are doing 5 laps more than the B and C class each Moto. It is going to get even more insane as the track breaks down. Blood Baron getting some laps in. Ravencroft. Stick also trying to get some laps in. And we are about to get Moto 2 of the Loretta Lynn's Online Championship A-Class underway. The riders are on the gate. 30-second board is about to go up, and the gate is about to go down. X-Stick, the number 3 of X-Stick off the start. We're going to watch him, see if he can get a jump. Looks a little late, and he is going to be towards the back of the pack off the start. We'll see if he can make his way through off this gnarly start. Riders are bouncing around everywhere. We'll see if Stick can make his way up front in the beginning rather than fall back like he did in the Moto 1. So far, so good. In a top 5 spot, X-Stick is looking pretty solid. Into the 4th spot. Who is out front? One of the Kawasaki riders, and it is Fuboy. Will Fuboy take this lead and run away with it? Or will another rider, like Moto 1 winner Tigre, track him down and go to 1-1? Fuboy is not the guy that you want to get out front on the first lap. He is going to take advantage of that opportunity and absolutely pull away if he gets the chance. Blood Baron in 6th, excuse me. Stick right behind him. El Paso in the 4th place spot. Another good start by El Paso. We'll see what he can do. Number 26. Number 26 is Steveman. Steveman in 5th place. Nice start by Steveman. Got Tigre way in the back of the pack. In the 9th place spot, Tigre is not having the start that he wanted. Steveman still in 5th. Percuba in 4th. Ravencroft, much better start this race. He is holding down the 2nd place spot behind Fuboy, 2.54 seconds behind the leader. See if he can hang on, keep Fuboy in his sights, or even possibly make a charge for the top spot. See what happens. But right now, Fuboy is ripping. Doritos, another bad start, 12th place currently. Epic Fate in 7th. Stick in 8th. Gotta make quick work of these guys if he wants to get forward. Fuboy ripping, rubbing that tabletop, going into the throw sweeper, and Steveman has lagged out or left. I guess that Steveman has lagged out. He was in the 5th place spot and would not want to quit if he were there. He was having a pretty solid ride. Hopefully we'll be able to get him back in Moto 3. Blood Baron in 6th. Looks like he is going to pass Tigre, who made a mistake going up the face of that jump. Blood Baron jumping into the sand sweeper. got his eyes set on the 4th place rider. I believe that is Super Cuba. We will find out when they come through the finish. That is the 17 of Super Cuba. But Baron looking to make a pass on him. Take over that 4th spot, but meanwhile Catigre is making a charge up the inside, and he is going to get not 1, but nearly 2. Only gets blood in that corner, but Catigre is on a charge. He does not want to lose any more positions. He has a championship on the line after going and winning that Moto 1. He has to make a charge towards the front of this pack, and he is doing a great job so far. In the 4th place spot, Catigre is right in front of Blood Baron, got his eyes set on El Paso. See if he can move forward. MX Squid moving up in the pack in 7th. Hunter 79, 3rd place in Moto 1, now sitting 10th in Moto 2. Struggling currently is Hunter 79. He gets hit by Epic Fate. Makes a little bit of a mistake. Down in El Paso, solid 3rd place run right now. El Paso has had a great day. Heat winner, I believe. Paso had a great heat, either way. Now he is sitting 3rd place in Moto 2. After a pretty solid Moto 1, he is looking to better that. Boy, however, has pulled away quite a bit, has a pretty commanding lead over everybody. 9 seconds over 2nd place, Sarah Ravencroft. Ravencroft still putting on a solid ride, but Fuboy has gotten the start that he wanted and is not looking back. It is going to be very, very tough to catch Fuboy unless he makes numerous mistakes, which is very unlikely. I have to see what goes down as the race progresses. For now, we're going to focus on this battle between El Paso and Ravencroft. We're going to see if El Paso can make the pass and get that 2nd place position. El Paso jumping into the outside, trying to carry that momentum through the 10 Commandments. Ravencroft is going to make a mistake, and down in El Paso is going to go around the outside. El Paso is going to get the position, but Ravencroft swaps lines with him, and Ravencroft is going to keep the 2nd place position still. Meanwhile, right behind him, it looks like Catigre just came into the frame. El Paso takes that inside nice and smooth, makes the pass on 2nd place. And Catigre is doing all that he can to get up there as well. Doritos has left or lagged out, and El Paso has fallen back to 5th after a costly crash. Super Cuba in 6th, having a solid ride. 2nd in the LCQ, just barely making it into the main motos, having a solid set of races thus far to the championship. Ravencroft in 4th, was sitting in 2nd, made a couple mistakes, is now falling back to 4th, as Catigre and Blood Baron right in front of him. Blood Baron in 2nd place. Great ride by Blood Baron, getting into that 2nd place spot in Moto 2. See if Blood Baron can hold it down, and he hits Ravencroft in the air, and Ravencroft is going to go down. Ravencroft in 4th, still holding a solid position. Like we got Super Cuba in 6th. Where is X-Stick? We are going to find X-Stick. X-Stick in 7th. Multiple players right in front of him. He has the opportunity to make these passes. He must stay consistent. Battling with El Paso. El Paso is in 6th, just in front of Stick. Stick gets a nice drive to the 10 Commandments, trying to make the pass on him and Super Cuba. Stick is going to move into a top 5 spot. This race is already going much better for him than Moto 1. He still has 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in his sights. Can his consistency come back and get him a 2nd overall finish in Moto 2? Stick is on the move. He is not messing around after that Moto 1. Definitely did not go the way he wanted, and he is not going to let it happen again. Ravencroft and Blood Baron just in front of him. Catigre as well. We'll see what Stick can do. Gotta stay consistent if you want to run up here with these top guys. Boy out front, running a solid race, nearly taking the whole shot, and getting out front early, and absolutely ripping. Have to take a look at how far back 2nd place is when Fuboy comes through the finish line. So smooth. Fuboy is ripping. Like Blood Baron holding down the second place spot. Solid ride by Blood in the second moto. Definitely having the race that he wants. Looking good. Coming through the tree jump. I wonder how tough that tree jump might be in helmet cam view. Blood Baron makes it look pretty easy. Not too far behind Fuboy. I feel like I saw Fuboy just slightly ahead of him, but we'll see. Looks like Blood still has a pretty solid gap between him and Fuboy. Wonder who is behind him in third and how close. El Paso in fifth. Catigre in third, your Moto 1 winner. Trying to get Blood Baron. Trying to get that second place spot. If Catigre can get second in this moto, going into the third moto, it will be whoever gets the better position in the third moto between Fuboy and Catigre will take the championship. If all plays out in that way. Blood Baron has Catigre right on his trail. Catigre staying to the left of that barrier, good work. Oh, and they're going to get caught up, and Catigre is going to get slingshotted off the side of the track. And Catigre going a little too close to the right for those banners. It looks like Stick has made his way into the top three just in front of Catigre. We'll see if Catigre can pass him back. Blood Baron, meanwhile, still in second, holding down a solid position. Blood Baron is absolutely flying as well. Don't count Blood Baron out for a top three podium finish. Catigre. Super Cuba back in seventh. Not sure who's in front of him. Ravencroft in fifth. El Paso might be in sixth, so we'll have to try and find him. All these guys are fairly close, 2 through 6 or so. Fuboy has a pretty commanding lead. Ravencroft going inside. Catigre making a little mistake, getting caught up on that outside, allowing Ravencroft to get closer. Super Cuba in seventh, Catigre in fourth. Trying to catch up to Stick and Blood Baron. He needs to get that second place if he wants a shot at the championship next moto, because Fuboy is going to be there Moto 3 trying to take that overall. Catigre flies off the track. He loses maybe a couple milliseconds. A couple seconds on Blood, a couple milliseconds on Stick. Ravencroft is going to push his way into that inside three-way battle for the top 3 spot. Catigre has that momentum going around the outside. Catigre has claimed the third position. We'll see if he can make his way back up to Blood Baron. Get second. Or if Blood Baron is going to hold on to it. El Paso looks like he just went flying off of the berm. Hunter 79, third place in Moto 1, struggling in Moto 2, hitting the tree and getting reset. Hunter 79 is now sitting in 9th. After a podium finish in Moto 1, Hunter on the struggle bus for this race. MX Squid racing solid in 10th, holding it down. Fuboy has just come through the finish line. Blood Baron still in second. Solid race by Blood Baron. Nice and smooth around that outside. Blood Baron ripping that in that helmet cam view. He is absolutely flying through these ruts. Fuboy through the 10 Commandments. Smooth, consistent, absolutely flying. Looking to take the Moto 2 win. Fuboy flies off the track. Moving back, looks like Stick has fallen back to the 5th place spot. Epic Fate in 8th. 4th place is Ravencroft. Just in front of him, Katigre, big battle going on for that podium spot. Ravencroft struggling, he's going to get the reset. Falls back to 5th place. 4th place will go to Stick now. Cuba still holding down the 7th place spot with El Paso just in front of him. Tigre, 3rd place, needs that 2nd place finish if he wants a chance at the championship next race against Fuboy. Obviously, anything can happen with Fuboy. He could have a bad Moto3, but chances are, with the consistency of Fuboy, he is going to stay up there. So Katigre has to salvage this position if he can. Blood Baron still staying within 10 seconds of Fuboy, holding it down. Solid race by Blood Baron. Katigre got to make a move. Ravencroft looks like when he came through the finish, he made the pass on Stick. El Paso in the 6th place spot. Hunter 79 still struggling towards the back of the pack. 3rd place in Moto 1, 9th place Moto 2 currently. See if he can salvage any more positions. Looks like he's going to run into the barricade possibly. Maybe some stream lag. Fuboy out front, holding it down, looking to take the Moto 2 win. Number 1 fastest qualifier from the 3 weeks of qualifying on Redbud with a 1:29.9, showing why he has gotten the fastest lap time during the qualifying sessions. He is out front and absolutely flying. Stick in 5th, falling off the pace a little bit from Ravencroft and Katigre. Epic Fate holding down 8th place spot. Staying consistent, trying to find Super Cuba, might be just in front of him. Ravencroft in 4th, not letting Katigre get too far away from him. It looks like, I thought that was Blood Baron in 3rd, but Katigre still in 3rd. Blood Baron holding down, Blood Baron holding down 2nd, sorry. Still just under 10 seconds behind Fuboy. Blood Baron still having a very consistent and solid Moto 2. Tigre still trying to push and make that pass on Blood Baron. Ripping through that S-curve. Coming into the tree jump. Costly jump that has claimed numerous people, numerous racers throughout the day. Down in El Paso, sitting in 6th. Started out pretty close to the front and is going to hit the tree, losing more time to the rest of the top 5. Hunter 79 still sitting back in 9th. MXvsATV holding down the 10th place spot. Blood Baron launching into that corner, ripping. Nice scrub over that jump. They're going to go to drone cam. Looks like Katigre is starting to make a move. He has gotten right on Blood Baron's back end. He is done waiting and he is ready to make the pass for 2nd. And it looks like Katigre is going to make the pass. Blood Baron finds that momentum around the outside and carries it to pass Katigre back again. Blood Baron struggles in that corner, gets reset. Katigre is going to take over 2nd place. Blood Baron still having a solid race, just a costly mistake, allowing a very competitive and fast Katigre to get around him. Meanwhile, Fuboy going over the tree jump, maintaining his lead, trying to get that Moto 2 win. The number 1 of Fuboy on the Kawasaki, smooth, consistent, and fast. Into the Thor sweeper. Track is absolutely beat up, rough and rutted. These guys are bouncing all over the place. Like Stick has made his way into 4th. I believe he might have passed Ravencroft and has his sights set on Blood Baron. See if he can make his way into a podium finish. Ravencroft in 5th, falling back 1 spot to Stick. Nice little whip, going over the Kawasaki banner, quadding into the sand sweeper. Ravencroft railing through that rut, nice and smooth. A little bit spread out now. Fuboy has a pretty commanding lead over Katigre in 2nd. Katigre has a pretty solid lead over 3rd and 4th. Let's see if there are any other battles going on. If there are any, it might be between Blood Baron and Stick for that podium spot. 3rd place. Let's see what's going down, and it looks like Stick has made the pass on Blood Baron for that top 3 spot. Let's see if Blood Baron can come back and take it back, or if Stick is going to make it stick. No pun intended. Over the tree jump, those 2 riders go, the number 3 and the number 5. Riding super solid, both of them, both having consistent races. Blood Baron around the outside, launching, tripling, getting a nice jolt of momentum going into that jump and into the Thor sweeper. When Fuboy comes around, we'll see if, and Stick over the bars. Blood Baron is going to take the number 3 spot back. Fuboy comes around, we'll see if we can get a split between him and Katigre. I wonder if that's Katigre right in front of Blood Baron. If Katigre is not careful, and that is him, Blood Baron can come back and take that 2nd place spot back. Super close. Blood Baron has his eyes on Katigre, trying to reel him in as this race comes to a close. Seems like Blood Baron is getting closer and closer in this final last few laps. Blood Baron makes a little mistake, slides off the berm, keeps it going, however. It's like Blood Baron railing around the outside, and Ravencroft made his way back into the 4th place spot, trying to show a wheel, trying to move forward and take more positions, trying to salvage. Katigre looks like he might have crashed. Blood Baron is back on Katigre's tail end. Can Blood Baron catch up to Katigre a little bit more and make the pass? Gotta worry about Ravencroft too. Ravencroft coming around the outside. These riders trying to find the smooth lines around the outside somewhere. Blood Baron launching into that corner, basically landing into the berm. All 3 riders look like they struggle going into that rut, and Ravencroft is going to pass and then crash. Trying to get past these guys. Katigre also struggling. Katigre going inside. Blood Baron carrying the momentum around the outside. Stick going inside. Katigre going inside. 3-way battle. Blood Baron coming through the finish in 2nd. Followed by Katigre and Stick just behind him. Katigre trying to make the pass back. Both riders coming into the same line. Katigre looks like he might have gained a little bit of a speed advantage on the right side. Not 100% sure. However, Katigre now takes over that 2nd spot. Blood Baron flies off of the edge of the berm. Loses a little bit of time to Katigre. Rips around that berm though. Gets a nice speed, jolt of momentum coming through the 10 Commandments. Hops right back on Katigre's back end. See if Blood Baron can try and make another pass on Katigre. We are nearing the final lap. If this is not the last lap, then it very well may possibly be the one after this. Katigre and Blood Baron having a magnificent battle for the 2nd place spot, and Katigre gets squarely. Blood Baron is going to go around him through the Thor sweeper wide open. These guys are absolutely hanging it out, and Fuboy is going to come through the finish taking the win. We'll see who is going to take the 2nd place spot, Blood Baron or Katigre in Moto 2. Katigre doing everything that he can, going to the inside, trying to slam the door. Blood Baron inside, Katigre outside. Who's going to carry the more momentum? Katigre trying to take the 2nd place from Blood Baron is going to go over the bars. Blood Baron is going to take the 2nd place finish. Katigre very well may have lost a position to Ravencroft and or Stick from that crash at the finish line. And it looks like Fuboy is going to take the win. Blood Baron is going to take second. Ravencroft is going to pass Tigre at the finish line from that crash. Tigre fourth, Stick fifth. El Paso sixth, Super Cuba seventh, Epic Fate eighth. Hunter 79 taking ninth in that moto after a podium finish first moto. MX Squid in 10th. We're going to take another quick intermission and we will be right back for the third and final moto of the A class in the Loretta Lynn's Online Championship. Hello everybody and welcome back to the MX vs ATV Loretta Lynn's online championship brought to you by MXO Sports. We are about to get the third and final moto and the final race of the Xbox side of the championship going. Foo has gone 2-1 and is currently sitting at first overall going into the third moto. Katigre has gone 1-4, just getting edged out by Sarah Ravencroft at the finish in Moto 2. Blood Baron had a solid finish in Moto 2, taking second. Stick, I believe, took the 5th place spot. Just behind him was El Paso. We are on the gate in the 2-minute countdown, and we are about to get the final moto of the day rolling in just a matter of 2 minutes. Comment in the chat who's taking the moto win, who is taking the overall and being the first A-class champion in the first MX vs ATV Loretta Lynn's online championship. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be Foo going 1-2 and 1 or 2 again? Or is he going to struggle this moto and allow Katigre to possibly bounce back and take it from him? Will Blood Baron have another solid race? And will Stick be able to make his way into the top 3 and show a wheel for a moto win? Ravencroft, another top contender. Watch out for him this race as he has been pretty solid both motos. He could be challenging for a moto win as well. See if El Paso can get off to a great start just like he has done in Moto 1 and 2. See if he can stay in that top 3 for the duration of the race. We got one more 15-lap moto ahead of us, and it is going to be a dogfight. Who is it going to be that comes out on top? One minute left in the event countdown, and we will be going right into this Moto 3. Ravencroft doing a little oval track action on the starting line at Loretta's. Getting his ruts dialed, trying to practice the ruts for the race. Blows that one out. $58 viewers for the third and final moto of the A-Class. Who will come out on top of this moto and who will take the first ever A-Class championship for the Loretta Lynn's online championship? We are about to find out in about 15 seconds when this gate drops. Who will it be? We are on the gate. We're going to spectate Katigre, I believe. We can probably go back to Katigre. See if he can get a start. Maybe we'll spectate Blood Baron. We'll do someone new. I haven't spectated Blood Baron off the start, so we'll give him a little hole shot action, see what he can pull off on this Moto 3 hole shot. Blood Baron. Not the start that he wanted. And sitting in 8th place off the hole shot. There is Katigre. Where's Foo? It looks like Foo is out front and he gets swapped off to the side, slingshot off the track. Foo quickly makes his way back in a second, but it looks like Hunter 79 has regrouped and is now out front in Moto 3 of the A-Class Championship. Foo needs to get back up front and make quick work of Hunter 79 if he wants a chance to solidify his spot at taking this A-Class Championship. Oh, and Blood Baron is going to hit. Who is the number 16? Maybe that is not Hunter 79. That is Hunter 79. Hunter 79 is the 16. Blood Baron smashes into the back of Hunter 79. Stick goes around Blood Baron. Blood Baron makes the pass back, closes him off, and possibly takes out Stick. Katigre just in front of Blood Baron, but gets bounced off the track by Katigre. Blood Baron is now sitting in 7th. With numerous guys ahead of him, we'll see if he can come back and make his way towards a top 3 finish again. Katigre sitting in 3rd. Meanwhile, Foo is out front. and he is already beginning to pull away. Hunter 79 finding his way back into a podium race after a most likely upsetting 9th place finish in Moto 2. Hunter 79 wants to come back, but Katigre is going to pass him back after a struggle by Hunter 79. We gotta watch Katigre on that inside. We don't want him going inside those track markers. Gotta keep him to the left of those. Hunter 79, however, makes the pass back. Foo Boy out front, trying to open up his lead. Off to a great start again. Will Foo Boy be the first ever Loretta Lynn's Online Championship A-Class champion? Second place, Hunter 79, at risk of getting reset, and he does. Hunter 79 is now back into the 5th place spot. Super Cuba in 4th. Hunter 79 gets back around Super Cuba pretty quick. Into the Thor Sweeper, just ahead of him, I believe, is X-Stick, the number 3 of Stick. And just in front of Stick is Katigre in the 2nd place spot. El Paso in 6th place, running a pretty solid race once again. We'll see if he can make any moves and work his way towards top 3 finish in Moto 3. MX Squid in 10th, switching bikes. The Suzuki was not working for him, so he is now on the Kawi. Sitting back in 10th place, holding it down. Got a couple guys in front of him. We'll see if he can make any passes, work his way up. Super Cuba, 6th place, holding it down. Just behind him is the number 4 of Sarah Ravencroft. Needs to get around Super Cuba quick if he wants to try and get into that top 5, or even better, the top 3. Ravencroft in the 5th spot, making quick work. Looks like he passed Hunter 79 and Super Cuba. Epic Fate holding down the 9th spot, the number 9 and the 9th position. Doritos, the number 7 in 11th, just behind MX Squid, trying to make a pass around him. Stick has found his way into a podium position in Moto 3. We'll see if he can lock that down or if he can make his way up and possibly pass Katigre. On like Blood Baron, struggling in Moto 3 after a fantastic Moto 2. Blood Baron is now in 8th place. Blood Baron needs to put his head down, find that consistency, keep his speed level, and absolutely fly to try and make up some positions. He was sitting pretty good for a top 5 finish in the end, but this 8th place is going to absolutely destroy him if he does not make it towards the front of the pack. He has what it takes. However, he's letting Epic Fate back around him, and it's going to just hurt him even more. Katigre in 2nd, 5 seconds behind Foo Boy. If Katigre wants to take this championship, he needs to get up to Foo Boy, get around him, and Foo Boy needs to make mistakes. Not very likely. Foo Boy is very fast. But if Katigre wants any chance of taking this championship, some things are going to have to work in his favor. Overall, solid day thus far by Katigre. Definitely a force to be reckoned with coming into the event and has shown his speed throughout the day. Foo Boy going through the tree jump. Holding down the 1st position, running really smooth, taking it nice and easy. Sometimes slower equals smooth, and smooth equals fast. This track is so easy to override. Gotta stay consistent. If you can stay consistent, you are going to be doing very well in the front of the pack. Boy, finding that inside line pretty nice. Hunter 79 going from 1st place in the opening laps back to 7th. Not what he wanted once again. See if he can make up any ground on some of these guys that are right ahead of him. Down in El Paso. Last time I checked on him, I believe he was in 6th and has now made his way into the 4th place spot. Looking pretty good with Stick just in front of him. We'll see if he can make that pass. He is coming up quick for sure, so watch for El Paso to make this pass on X-Stick and possibly Katigre. Katigre is right there as well. Go into drone cam and get this battle. Oh, and Ravencroft is making moves. Ravencroft coming up on the left side, trying to get around El Paso. And Ravencroft is going to tuck inside. They're going to be side by side. Ravencroft going inside, El Paso outside. El Paso inside, Ravencroft outside. Looks like Katigre is making mistakes. El Paso cutting the track just a hair, jumping that. Look like he made up too much time, hopefully. Down in El Paso. Trying to get some momentum going through the 10 Commandments. Around Catigre. Ravencroft in 5th, trying to make a move on El Paso. Big battle going on for the top 3 spot. Got to stay consistent if you want to start moving up positions. El Paso goes off of the berm and allows Ravencroft to get around him. These guys are absolutely working for it. This is a heated race. Paso trying to find that smooth line. He hits around Ravencroft on the inside, makes the pass. They're both going to go inside, and El Paso is going to pinch him off. Paso, nice scrub over that tabletop, going through the Kawasaki banner jump into the sand sweeper, trying to make a move on Catigre just in front of him. Meanwhile, Ravencroft has fallen back slightly. Let's see if Ravencroft can regroup and get back into this heated battle. Looks like he is already working on that, taking that inside nice and smooth, and has El Paso in his sights. So that inside line looks pretty nice, but Ravencroft's going to take that outside and try and carry the momentum. Jumping that inside. Ravencroft trying to make moves, and Catigre goes down. Either goes down or gets reset. El Paso goes around Catigre for the 3rd place spot. Just in front of him is X-Stick, and beyond that is Fuboy pulling away. We'll have to take a peek at the splits as they come to the finish and see what they are. See if anybody is able to make any ground on anybody. People are just going to start falling back even further. Paso hits that inside, knifes it a little bit. Catigre right behind him, trying to cover some ground and get back up there, but it looks like Stick has made a costly mistake and is going to allow El Paso to get right up next to him, and Catigre to get right there, going into the Thor sweeper, both of them in a line 1, 2, and 3. El Paso trying to... Paso, got to slow down. El Paso's got to slow down a little bit and let Stick... Maybe it was unintentional that he took that, but did make up a little ground, so... was a little bit, but we have a 3-way battle. Stick going around the outside, and Catigre bouncing out. Stick is going to make that position go, and El Paso is going to slam into the yellow barrier and launch into the finish line overhang. Big battles going on between 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. We are going to continue to watch these guys. We'll check up on Fuboy, see how he's doing. Just a few short moments. It looks like Fuboy is about to enter the 10 Commandments from what I saw. Everybody else is pretty far behind at the moment. Fuboy got that lead and is walking away with it. Not looking back at all. As this race progresses, more battles are going to continue. I want to take this opportunity to thank our partners, MXvsATV, Rainbow Studios, MX Sports, THQ Nordic. Thank you guys for working with us and putting together some awesome prizes for these guys, as well as all the racers in B&C and tomorrow's racers on PlayStation to have an opportunity to win great prizes. Things like motocross passes, gold all-access passes, pro motocross tickets, Thor Pro signed jerseys, official Sunoco checkered flag, FMF drop subscriptions, Rocky Mountain stuff, box gear, Monster Energy, and more. They have put up some awesome prizes for these guys to have a chance at winning. Could not thank them enough. But getting back into the race, we got El Paso in 5th, Ravencroft just in front of him in 4th, Tigre in 3rd, just in front of him is Stick. Big battle going on amongst these 4 riders, 4 of the fastest riders in the game, putting on a show for all the viewers currently. Gonna move up towards back. Looks like Blood Baron is struggling still towards the back of the pack. After a 2nd in Moto 2, he is now sitting in 9th. Blood Baron needs to get back around Cuba, try and push towards more of the front guys. And he is going to go down. That is going to be absolutely costly. And Blood Baron's overall, he is not going to be happy about this moto. Moving forward, Ravencroft in 4th. The Tigre 3rd, Stick just in front of them. Oh, and Ravencroft hits the tree. Ravencroft goes down, and that is going to allow El Paso to pull up on the inside and make the pass on Ravencroft. Ravencroft is going to have some momentum. He's going to quad into that. That line is super fast, too. Ravencroft, I've seen him hit that most of the day today, so definitely making it work. But El Paso is going to launch into the Thor sweeper. Ravencroft inside, El Paso outside. Who's going to get the drive? It looks like El Paso got the smoother line, making the pass on Ravencroft. Side by side, jumping. El Paso's going to fly off the track, going through the Kawasaki banner. Ravencroft is going to come out in fourth. Only about halfway through this race or so. Still plenty of racing to go on between these guys and battles to happen. Ravencroft in fourth. We're going to try and move forward towards second and third. Epic Fate looks like he's passing Hunter 79 for the 6th place spot. Battling going on between these two guys, trying to salvage some positions and get higher up in that overall standing after the Moto3 is over. Like Doritos and MX Squid having a little battle for the 10th place spot. Doritos is going to fly off the track and allow MX Squid to take over. 2nd place Stick is... looks like he has a fair lead over 3rd place, which I believe is Katigre. And it looks like he might slightly be catching Fuboy, if that was him over to the left. Not sure if Fuboy has been crashing a little bit or if Stick has been putting the hammer down, but I believe I saw Fuboy just a little bit in the frame. See how far Katigre is behind. Blood Baron in 9th, still struggling to get around Super Cuba. He is got to be frustrated with the way this moto is going. Katigre taking the far outside around the sand sweeper, trying to find a smooth line. Just behind Stick, trying to rail that corner. We'll see what he can do if he can take over that 2nd place spot. Solidify his 2nd overall in this championship today. Fuboy just coming through the finish line. X Stick in 2nd, Katigre 3rd. Just under 10 seconds behind. It looks like Stick's going to make a mistake and allow Katigre to make the pass. Katigre makes the pass Stick for now. We'll see if Stick can hit that inside and take position away around the outside, and it looks like Stick is going to take the position back from Katigre. These two are definitely battling it out. We're going to take a look back at 4th and 5th. Meanwhile, Fuboy out front, ripping. All him this moto, all him last moto. Crazy battle with Katigre first moto. But the name of today in the A-Class, Fuboy. Fuboy has been ripping all day. We knew that coming into the heat that he was going to be the man to beat. And look at him now. He's on his way in a couple laps to being the first ever A-Class champion and the first ever Loretta Lynn's online championship on MXvsATV All Out. Getting a little squirrely. Nice scrub, nice whip by Fuboy coming through the Kawasaki banner and into the sand sweeper. Absolutely flying. He knew he was the man to beat, and look at him now on his way to the championship. 7th is Hunter 79 going from nearly 1st. Now 7th, he is going to go 3-9. We'll see what he ends up in Moto 3. Probably not going to be the finish that he wanted after the first moto, doing so well. Down in El Paso in the top 5. Just ahead of him, looks like Stick, Katigre, and Ravencroft battling it out. Let's see if El Paso can get it together a little bit and make his way and stick his head in that battle as well. Not too far ahead of him. I didn't see the time splits when they came through, probably 2 to 3 seconds or so. Paso's got to stay consistent if he wants to make his way up to the top. Oh, Katigre goes down. Katigre struggling in Moto 3 and is going to bounce El Paso off the track. Meanwhile, Ravencroft and Stick are going to pull away a little bit from Katigre and El Paso even more. El Paso hitting that inside line nice and smooth. That worked pretty well. Line is super fast if you can get it right, but kind of risky because it's easy to miss it. El Paso just barely missing the tree jump. Barely missing the tree on the tree jump. Trying to wheelie through these ruts. El Paso finding any traction he can get. The next Squid holding down the 11th spot. Doritos might have made the pass on him. Not sure where Doritos might be currently. Super Cuba in 9th, so El Blood Baron has gotten around Super Cuba. Has pulled away just slightly, about a corner on Super Cuba. Blood Baron is ahead of him. Super Cuba, slight track cut, might have been an accident. Ravencroft in the second place spot, taking it from X-Stick. Ravencroft is absolutely flying, looking for this good moto that he's been wanting all day. Doing really well. Knew he was going to be a top contender. Had some troubles in the first two motos, came back for top 5 positions. Now he is sitting in second, very well, in Moto 3 of the A-Class Xbox Championship. Just behind him we got Epic Fate in 6th place. Solid ride by Epic Fate, and he has more riders just in front of him. It looks like Katigre could be in 5th. Katigre might be in 5th, and Epic Fate is coming up quick on Katigre. Oh, and Katigre crashes and takes Epic Fate out. That sucks for Epic Fate. Katigre just in front of him. We'll see if Epic Fate can bounce back and try and make the pass once again. Hunter79 coming up on Epic Fate, however. 3rd place is Stick. Looks like he may be a few seconds behind Ravencroft. Ravencroft's pulled away slightly. Still close enough to make the pass if Ravencroft makes a mistake. Gotta stay consistent though. 9th is Blood Baron. Blood Baron absolutely cannot be happy about this moto. He is going to be gutted. Oh, and he gets a huge reset. He's got to be so frustrated. Solid first 2 motos by Blood Baron. Just struggle for the 3rd moto. Not what he wanted. Got to just finish it out. Great job to Blood Baron throughout these 3 motos. Threw down some solid races. See if he can get back up to at least 8th or so. Overall, great ride by Blood Baron today in this event. Katigre in the 4th place spot, losing time to Stick and Ravencroft. Where is El Paso? El Paso gotta be close behind in the 5th place spot. Katigre going from a moto win, and it looks like El Paso is coming up the outside. El Paso's trying to salvage some positions. Take that 4th place spot from Katigre, but it looks like Katigre is getting a solid drive through this 10 commandment, through the S turns. Gonna hold it down for now. We'll see what goes on as the laps progress. Ooh boy. Ooh boy is the name of the game. He knows it. He is out front ripping. He knows what is about to happen as he gets closer to this finish line. We are nearing the end of the race. Only a little bit more time left. Ooh boy, if all goes well, will be crowned your champion in the Loretta Wins Online Championship in the A-Class. Solid day, solid riding, solid showcasing of his skill in this game. In the most premier event that has taken place in a motocross game, Ooh boy is going to be your most likely A-Class winner. He has been absolutely flying all day. The number 1 of Foo Boy. Mistakes are minimal. Speed is maximum. He is fast. Take a look back. Looks like Hunter79 making his way into the 5th place spot. El Paso might have crashed. Hunter79 is now in 5th place. Down El Paso falling back to 7th. At one point El Paso was challenging for a 4th place spot, but now he has found himself in 7th behind Epic Fate and Hunter. Cuba in 8th, losing a couple positions. Ravencroft holding it down in 2nd, having a solid Moto 3 ride. Not sure how far Stick is behind him. We'll see if Stick will be able to come back in this 3rd moto and take that 2nd place spot. But it looks like Ravencroft is having a great ride out in 2nd place. Trying to stay consistent and trying to survive this rough and rutted Loretta Lynn's track. Trying to take it easy through that rut. Nice scrub, nice whip. Through the Kawasaki banner. They are very well nearing the end of this race. Ravencroft in 2nd. Epic Fate 7th. Doritos in 10th. Third place is Stick, just a couple seconds behind Ravencroft. 9th place, Blood Baron, still in towards the back, just trying to make it through this race. Tigray in 4th, like he's still a little bit behind Stick. As the race comes to a conclusion, we will watch Fuboy. He has done nothing but dominate today. Obviously Moto 1 went to Tigray, but Fuboy was right there all the way. Came from the back of the pack. Managed to get second. Great battling with Tigray in Moto 1. Got second. Moto 2 got off to a great start. Pulled away with the lead in Moto 2. Now Moto 3 gets another great start. Walking away with it once again. Crazy abilities by Fuboy on this game. He put in the work. He did what he had to do. He showed up and he is throwing down in this A-Class. This stacked A-Class, and he throws a knack. Well-deserved celebration. It must be the last lap as Fuboy comes around the sand sweeper for possibly one last time, ripping through the ruts. Fuboy coming around the final turn. Is this the last lap? And Fuboy is going to take your Moto 3 win, and Fuboy is going to be your first ever Loretta Lynn's Online Championship A-Class champion. Congratulations to Fuboy. Behind him, we got Hunter in 5th, El Paso in 6th. Looks like we got Cuba in 8th. Ravencroft is 3rd, and it looks like Stick managed to pass Ravencroft back towards the end. Ravencroft is going to take the 3rd place in Moto 3, followed by Tigray in 4th. 5th place should be Fuboy going with the 1st place, Stick in 2nd. Sarah Ravencroft takes 3rd place in Moto 3, Tigray 4. Hunter 79 is going to take the 5th place position, followed by El Paso in 6th, Epic Fate in 7th, Super Cuba 8th in Moto 3. Blood Baron is going to have a 9th. She's not going to be happy about after his first 2 solid motos. Doritos in 10th, and MX Squid is going to take 11th. That is going to conclude the Xbox side of the MXvsATV Loretta Lynn's Online Championship, brought to you by MXO Sports. Thank you to all those that signed up on Xbox over the course of the last 4 weeks, competed, raced, stepped it up, did what you had to do to try and get here. Even if you did not, great job on competing. Thank you to you all that signed up and competed today. Congratulations to the C-Class overall winner, B-Class overall winner, and your A-Class overall winner. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. We are doing this all over again on the PlayStation 4 side. C-Class at 1 p.m. Eastern, followed by B-Class at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. A-Class will take place at 6 p.m. Eastern. PS4 side will take place tomorrow. Be sure to tune in again. We're doing it all over. Thank you all. Thank you to you guys again. Thank you to our partners for helping us out throughout the duration of this. We appreciate everything. We appreciate the support by all of you guys on the Xbox side. It was awesome to see you guys compete. And that is going to conclude the stream. Thanks to all you guys. Have a good rest of your day. Have a good rest of your night. Great job. Again.